Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin. So today I got a video you guys really been asking for. Some people are having trouble with the Hall of Fame difficulty games, superstar games, all-star, whatever it may be. Don't be embarrassed, it happens to the best of us. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about defensive settings to win these games. We already talked about the best play to win any game possible. Before we begin though, I do want to say thank you so much to all the support lately. It really means a lot. You guys been liking my videos without me asking. You guys been subscribing like crazy. Like, you guys are making me live a dream that I never thought of. So I really want to say thank you. Also, if you are new or haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're doing. Just hit that sub button. You might have to make an account or whatever, but you have all this free time and you can hit a bell where it notifies you whenever we upload a video. So I don't know what you're missing out on. I never asked for that stuff, but we on the road to 50K. So I really want you guys to like help us out, you know. Hit that like button if you want me to do this for unlimited, because it's gonna be different whether we're talking about unlimited or we're talking about the computer. First thing we need to start off by doing is check what team we're playing against. So right now we're gonna be playing the Bucks. I thought, why not Hall of Fame Bucks, because they're really good offensively, defensively, one of the better teams in the league. So they have Giannis at power forward, they have Diamond Brook Lopez, Pink Diamond Chris Middleton, Diamond Eric Bledsoe, and a bad Pat Cunningham at the shooting guard position. So as soon as I see the team I'm playing against, this is where I make my adjustments. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys what kind of adjustments I make and what we need to do. To make this better for you guys, I use some free cards, some really cheap cards. That way you guys don't feel some type of way that you need certain things. But what you guys do really need to realize is you need some good defenders. If you plan to play good defense, you need guys that have good Hall of Fame badges, or at least good badges to stay in front of people. So Clamps is a major one. You don't need defensive leader or anything. Interceptor, Intimidator, if you guys have those, like some of these free cards definitely have really good defensive badges if you look at them. Like, just Clamps in general is all you really need, and that's gonna help you out tremendously. Another thing you guys should look into if you're struggling is your coach. If you're having trouble stopping them from scoring, you're gonna need a defensive coach. So you got Brett Brown, who adds defense. He's defensive minded. You got Mike Budenholzer. You don't need an expensive one like Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens is pretty expensive, but you have a lot of different options. Like, you have, even if you just can only afford a Sapphire, there's a defensive coach right there who actually got fired. You got a Greg Popovich right there. So pick your defensive coach and go with it. If you have a diamond, go for it. It's gonna help you out a lot. It makes them a lot better defensively. And if you guys notice, we're running a 5-man. When you are playing the CPU, I recommend 5-man rotations because you don't really get that tired. Stamina don't really work like that. It's not the same. It's not the same as unlimited. Even in unlimited, they don't get that tired. I'm not recommending 5-mans for unlimited, and I'm sorry for my voice. I know it's kind of gone. We've been streaming a lot of uploads, all that good stuff, but I've been streaming a lot and I lost my voice for sure. But for the most part, guys, just all you really need to look at is your coach right now, and look at the players that you're using. You gotta make sure you have guys that don't give up size, that are versatile. All that stuff really counts. Now, there is one more thing I wanted to show you guys, but we'll do it in the game. So let's start the game up. So right before the game starts, we pause, we go into our game plan, defensive settings. Here we are. There's on-ball pressure and off-ball pressure. Those are the two main things we're focusing on. You guys can look at the pictures. They explain it pretty much like step by step right here on our right, but I'll break it down for you guys. What we're gonna do on our off ball is not gonna be doing deny ball. Deny ball works really well for the most part. You might want to deny ball if you have a lot of great shooters, like you're playing the Warriors for example, but it does allow a lot of backdoor cuts. It says that in the negatives. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna play tight, so we're close enough, especially against a team like this that has a lot of shooters. We don't want to give up space so they can just pass and then shoot while we're not there. So our on ball pressure, this is where you can put it on tight if you're gonna on ball, right? I suggest that. But if you're just gonna off ball, just put it on smother. So what we're gonna do to start off the game is we're gonna actually smother, and we're gonna off ball in the middle, because this is CPU, and I told you guys, when you're playing the computer, anything goes. You might just want to help defend and do all that other stuff. Nothing else is important. You don't want to force. You don't need to do any screens or any of that stuff. Switching, helping off the drives, you don't need any of that because you are playing against the CPU. So like I said, if you guys need an in-depth thing for unlimited, like playing online, you guys are gonna need to hit that like button so I can know that you guys want that, because I'm not gonna go through all that. But right now, another thing we need to really do is we need to go into our coach settings. You guys should have this on off. Make sure this is off. You could turn this off before the game starts so he can stay like that all the time. But your adaptive coaching engine, if it's on anything else, the computer will adjust for you. So say for example at the end of the game you're trying to press, if that is on, like if this is on, the next play you won't be pressing. So make sure it's off so that way you're good. Everything else I usually have on manual because I do everything manually myself. So late game fouling manual, substitution manual, timeouts manual. So if you're running a 5-man, bro, my voice is gone, bro. If you're running a 5-man, make sure you're manual on sub, right? Make sure you're doing that. Now, one more thing that's very, very important that a lot of people actually don't even do, but go into your matchups and look who is the best player on the team. So right now, Giannis is obviously the best player on the court. If I was playing against like a better point guard, for example, like sometimes the point guard is the best player, whether it's like Steph Curry or Kyrie, I always adjust to make sure my best defender is on the ball. So right now, Giannis is the best defender. So I'm going to make sure Giannis is guarding him. And then we're going to move. We're going to see who's the next. Middleton. So we'll make sure Reddish or whoever is really going to guard him. Like my team is pretty even right now. But if you have a really good defender, like before I used Scottie Pippen. So Scotty's my best defender. So I usually put him somewhere. And now Eric Bledsoe is bringing up the ball. So obviously Kid can guard him. But I'll put Porter Jr. to put some size, make him uncomfortable. So that's what I want you guys to realize. Put your best defender on the best player and your second best defender on the second best player. Try to hide, like if you have one bad defender, put him somewhere else. Put a big guy on the point guard. It really does frustrate them enough where it's gonna help you out. Now, honestly, none of that matters because offensive settings is the best defense. What that means is, you probably like, what does that even mean? Yo, my bad, my voice was completely gone. So one thing I really want you guys to know is your offense is your best defense. So we went through this play. If you guys have no idea what this play is, it's a basket every single time you run it. I'll make sure to link it down below for you guys so you guys can see it. But basically, it's a basket every single time, like I told you guys. Now, here we are. We're trying to play some defense. Usually, I on-ball because on-balling really does help me out in the long run because, like, I'm practicing. Right now, you're practicing against a really good team. You're practicing how to defend. And it's a good way to get some practice done. But more times than not, you're actually bored. Or sometimes you realize you really can't defend them or whatever the case is. So you decide to off-ball. Off-ball with your center. I suggest having a big center that can like make up ground and really defend the middle. But what you guys are going to realize is when you're off-balling, you need to watch the rest of the court. Make sure you're looking everywhere. Make sure you're seeing what's going on around. Don't just look at one place, and you'll see that the CPU is playing amazing defense, and that's all from the settings we made. Offensively, there's obviously a lot of different ways to score, but making sure you actually score is very important. It helps you get back. It just makes life so much easier when you're already back. Like literally, it's so much easier when I'm back, and you guys are gonna see just off-balling with those settings is so OP, especially on this. And yo, if you're in transition, obviously just go to score. We're not here to talk about our offense, so I'll make you guys a different video eventually if you guys want on better ways to score. So if you don't have to always run the play, I know it gets boring, but defensively, guys, just make sure you're doing the rotations. Make sure you're moving guys up, moving guys back. You don't want to like give them free reins to the basket. Make sure you're crowding against the best offensive players. So whether you're playing against Giannis, whether you're playing against LeBron, AD, it doesn't matter who you're playing against. Make sure your best defender is on them, and make sure whoever you're controlling is looking out for them. Let somebody else beat you. That's how major teams are. And look, no one else is gonna beat you, man. This is Hall of Fame. Trust me when I tell you guys, I understand the struggle of Hall of Fame teams. I really do. I get it 1000%, but these settings should definitely help you out for the long run. Sometimes, like I said, you're gonna have to rotate yourself. Sometimes you're not gonna be there 1000%. One thing you guys can do is try to run zone. So I don't recommend zone against shooting teams, and this is one of them. This is definitely a shooting team if you think about it. But against non-shooting teams, guys that just drive to the basket, you can try a 2-3 zone. I'm not very good at it, but this is 100% an amazing way to learn how to do anything, whether it's on ball, off ball, whatever it may be. Whatever you really need help with learning, definitely do it here. If I'm ever focused on the game at all, just even a little bit, it doesn't matter who I'm playing against. Doesn't matter if you're playing the Lakers, the Raptors. I know a lot of those teams are the tough ones, but it really doesn't matter. If you just change those settings, you can actually not even pay attention. You can be watching a podcast, watching me stream, or whatever the case is. You could be doing anything in the world and you're still focused enough to win the game. So you see there, they scored at will because I didn't score. If I don't score, yeah, it makes it a lot easier for them to score because now I gotta recover. So easiest way to score, Once again, link down below if you guys need it. We could actually try the 2-3 zone since we're here. Let's lock in on that. The thing with the 2-3 zone is you're gonna have to rotate a lot. It's gonna be mainly you and your rotations. I do recommend 2-3 zone, like I said, when it's not really playing against shooters. It does help you in that case. But for the 2-3 zone against shooters, man, you're gonna give up a lot of threes. It's not gonna help you out a lot. It's only really helpful against non-shooters because you got to do a lot of rotating yourself. So right there, you can make sure your guy is attached. Then you can watch the other side. But you're gonna be giving up threes for sure, unless you're on it 1000%. So zone does work. It's just not as like recommended. I would say just do what I showed you guys, but you guys obviously could do whatever you want. I'm still practicing the zone, so there's obviously better zone settings that we can figure out together and put, but it's basically a lot of rotating. You're gonna have to pre-rotate. You're gonna have to know where it's going. I recommend the zone against non-shooters for a reason, because you can just bait them. They will shoot the 3 if they're open. And honestly, like, the CPU shooting threes with non-shooters usually isn't a good shot. Sometimes they'll go in, but not enough where it is a good shot. So definitely do that against non-shooting teams. But if there is shooting teams, I'd rather play man. Because look, non-shooting teams, like I said, you're giving up the free 3 more times than not. This is from a previous game, but this is something you could do on All-Star. You could do this lower than that, Superstar. You guys will see here, I'm basically going to get the steal pretty much every single time up the court. And basically, this is literally all I do. And it's definitely a steal, and it just makes the game feel a little more fun, just a little more smooth. I don't know. And you guys will see I'm going up against Galaxy Opal D Rose, like, and it's literally play by play doing the same thing. And it's just, bruh, you could just do that to like speed up the process, or at least you'll make it feel that way, bro. Galaxy Opal Rose can't bring up the ball on us. Oh man, you see, we won by 18. Probably like, this ain't even Hall of Fame. No, they got 52 points, which is way more than they should have. I could have probably held them under 40, honestly. Like, I just stopped paying attention. We were comfortably winning, and that's usually how it is. Me not even trying to play defense usually ends up like that. And I wasn't even using my best defensive players. So you might have guys that are better. I'm just letting you guys know this is pretty much how to beat any Hall of Fame team. If you don't trust that it's Hall of Fame, you're going to see right now we're about to get a new player from the sim challenges. Bruh, this grind is real. We're closing in on Siakam. We're still kind of far, but we're going at our own pace. It is what it is. But yeah, guys, let me know what is going on with you guys. Let me know if this helped. Make sure to do all that. And Diamond Joe Harris, welcome to the squad. Once again, this will really work for any team you're facing, no matter who, no matter what is going on. Just remember that. And I will be seeing you guys later. It's been your boy Mosballin, and Ballin